Hi, it's Mary Ellen McGonagle, Senior Managing Director of Equities for Simpler Trading. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my weekly watch list of stocks that are bullishly setting up going into this week. First up, I'd like to start by taking a look at the broader markets. You want to make sure that the markets are in a healthy position before putting money to work. And at this point in time, the S&P 500 is sitting up here after closing at another new high in price on Friday. The only item of note is the fact that the RSI, that relative strength indicator, is in an overbought position. We're up here above 70. And quite simply, that can point to, as it did a month ago, precede a period of consolidation because we are overbought. So I would keep that in mind as far as starting new positions, that we may in fact be headed for a pause or maybe even a pullback. We certainly have a very, very busy week. The Federal Reserve is coming out with their interest rate decision. We have heavyweight M7 names due to report key inflation data. So a lot to be on the lookout for this week that may increase the volatility, which has been sitting at a pretty low level. So you will want to have that in mind as well. First up, taking a look at Nike, the famous apparel and shoe manufacturer. A couple of items of note here is the fact that the stock at the beginning of this month in July had been going into a very prolonged downtrend. However, they did reverse that upon the release of their earnings that came in above estimates. So with that, Nike gapped up above resistance, and from there it did pull back. Today on Monday, it did close above this base here, and in essence, it broke out of a cup with handle base breakout. And the reason for that is because Morgan Stanley upgraded their outlook for the company's earnings because of their relationship with the World Cup. We can also see that RSI is in positive territory, likewise with that MACD. So nice bullish price action here with Nike. Next up is Ralph Lauren, Polo Ralph Lauren. RL is the ticker symbol, and the company is due to report their earnings next month. But as we go into that release, you can see that we did experience a base breakout here at the beginning of July, another pullback, and then another breakout to a new high. Overall, the company is exhibiting bullish price action going into their earnings. They are believed to be in a growth phase, which should benefit them when they release. However, the RSI is just dipping into overbought territory here. It's sitting here at 73. And you can see that it's been able to withstand an overbought position and still trend higher. And then we also have that MACD in positive territory, which is good news as well. Next up is ETR, Entergy Corp. And the company just posted a nice base breakout last week going into their earnings. Now, their earnings are taking place on Wednesday. That's going to be in 2 days. So you want to know that it is a utility company. We're seeing nice vibrancy in these utility stocks because of the need for more electricity in the face of data center energy needs. So that one is on my watch list. Also, Morgan Stanley, a major Wall Street firm. And we can see that the stock is moving toward a 1 month base breakout, and that would take shape at the 145 level, and it would be quite bullish for the stock. Here is that concept of when an RSI gets into an overbought position, how oftentimes it will foretell a bit of consolidation, a period of rest, if I may. So we are coming out of that if we can get above that 145 on volume. And in addition, on the lookout for a bullish MACD crossover. That's that black line up through the red to provide even more conviction. Las Vegas Sands, LVS, is up next. The company reported their earnings last week, and as such, they did emerge from what's called a cup with handle base breakout. Take a look at that high volume. They came out with very strong numbers, and here's that MACD crossover, black line up through the red. Now, similar to a number of stocks out there, we are in an overbought position, so you will want to keep that in mind. Viva Systems is a software company that works with life sciences companies as far as their products, and the stock is on the cusp, and in fact, it has broken out of a 1-month base. The RSI is in positive territory, trending upward, and take a look. We have that bullish MACD crossover, that black line up through the red, very, very constructive, and the stock is setting up for a nice run. Next up is retail software provider Shopify, and we can take a look at the company as it has also had a period of consolidation going into the latter part of this month, but more recently it has really picked up by way of moving back above this 10-day simple moving average, pulling back very orderly to that moving average. We have a nice positive RSI and a MACD. The company is due to report their earnings in less than 2 weeks, but it's setting up quite nicely. And that is it for my watch list. Everyone have a fantastic week. I'll look for you here again real soon. Hey, Mary Ellen here with Simpler Trading. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button and leave comments below. And if you'd like to be notified to future videos, you can hit that bell icon and subscribe. Don't leave without subscribing to my MEM Edge bi-weekly report. I do have a special trial offer. And for those who'd like to learn about trading live with us, you can go ahead to simplertrading.com to learn more.